Is the Swamp still worth anything on a Saturday night as Florida takes on Tennessee? Is this home field that at times in my tenure in Las Vegas, I've been here since 1998, at times the Swamp has been the strongest home field in all of college football? Was that the case in 2025? And what should we expect on Saturday night when Tennessee comes to town to take on Florida? Let's talk about it. Teddy covers with a big game breakdown, SEC style, Saturday night. And right now, looking at my Odds Logic live odds screen, Tennessee, very reasonable price if you want the Vols. -4.4-point road favorites. There's some 3.5s out there, some 4.5s out there, but -4, the prevailing number as I record this video. Total sitting 57/57.5. And it doesn't matter which of these two teams have been backing, you've been losing money. They've both been money burners. Obviously, it's been a disaster season for the Florida Gators. They're 3-7 right now. No more bowl eligibility possible. They've lost 3 in a row since their win over Mississippi State, their non-covering win by 2 points against Mississippi State. Billy Napier's already been fired. He's been out of town for, and the Napier firing hasn't sparked the team to actually win any games. They covered a point spread against Georgia. But it's not like they've been able to transform their season like UCLA did for a couple of weeks when actually their coach got fired, when Deshaun Foster got fired earlier this season. That's not been the case for Florida. So we're talking about a 3-7 team. They've lost 3 in a row. And when we look at the entirety of their season, this is a Florida team that has a grand total of 3 point spread covers all year. They had 1 in August, 1 in October, 2 in October. That's it. And they failed in all kinds of different roles. They failed as favorites. They failed as dogs. They failed at home. They failed on the road. But it's worth noting the last 2 point spread covers at home against Texas, and of course the world's largest cocktail party against Georgia, where they were dogs. Against Texas, they were +4.5 at home and won the game straight up. Against Georgia, they were +7 and lost the game by only 4 in very competitive fashion. And of course, the win against Mississippi State on this field, even though they didn't cover the point spread, the Swamp has been worth something in the sense of they beat Texas on this field, they beat Mississippi State on this field, and they're gonna, it's still gonna sell out on Saturday. It's gonna be a rowdy atmosphere for Gator backers, even though all they're talking about right now is Lane Kiffin and company, if they're going to get Lane Kiffin or not. And that's the big story for Florida. I'm not sure they want him, but there's certainly going to be some type of home field edge for Florida in this ballgame. And again, the Gators, for as many struggles as they've had this season, they're an okay defensive team, and they played their best football right here in Gainesville. Before I talk about Josh Heupel and the Tennessee Volunteers, I want to ask you guys one simple favor. And really, that's all I'm going to ask for. Hit the like button. Thank you. If you like this type of content, hit the like button. Appreciate it. And if you'd like to, comment below. Tell us what you think about this game or any of the other games on tap for this weekend. And certainly, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. We're approaching 250,000 subscribers. Started from 0 10 years ago. Approaching 250,000 now because we put out quality content every single day. Get instant alerts every time these videos go live. And subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Not just me. There's literally 24 guys putting out good content every single day. So check it out. Again, like, comment, subscribe. And of course, I'm going to promote for just a moment, if you like, to partner up. The rest of the football season right now, $3.79. That's going to count every play, every day in college football, right through the national championship game, in the NFL, right through the Super Bowl. Nothing more to buy, no bait and switch, all 5% included. And I know this hasn't been the best football season of my life. I'm well aware. Believe me, I know. Haven't stopped working, haven't stopped digging. I expect to win down the stretch. Partner up with me. Let's see if we can make some money. Again, $3.79 every play through the Super Bowl. No nonsense. Visit my page, w.buzz/TC, or visit the website, wagertalk.com. So I talked about how bad Florida's been against the spread. Tennessee's been worse. Yeah. The Vols, the first 2 games of the season, they blew out Syracuse, they blew out East Tennessee State. They covered 40.5 against East Tennessee State. Since that time, 1 point spread cover. 1. since the first week of September. That came when they beat up Kentucky. And I know they beat up Kentucky and Florida got blasted by Kentucky. I get it. Florida didn't play well that game, and Tennessee did. Doesn't matter when we're talking about these two teams now, as opposed to, this team played a bad game a month ago. Let's devalue them. That's why I always when two teams play the same opponent, I tend to devalue the final scores of those games. I don't worry about it that much. That was the situation that the two teams were in that week, not the situation that they're in this week. What I do know is that you're asking Tennessee to lay points. They couldn't cover 42.5 against New Mexico State last week. They lost outright to Oklahoma the week before that, making mistakes. On the road, they got blasted by Alabama, making mistakes. 99-yard pick six in that ballgame. The 3 turnovers against the Sooners. When they're facing a good defensive team, this offense is making mistakes, and critical mistakes, and point spread losing mistakes. Lucky to beat Mississippi State. Never sniffed a point spread cover there. 7.5 point chalk. Minus 39 against UAB, didn't cover that one. So the rolls against Arkansas at minus 10, they're life and death to win that game. They have not been good favorites. I'm not anticipating that to change as they travel to the Swamp on Saturday. If I'm playing, I want the dog in this one. Give me Florida plus the points. A defense we can believe in against an offense that's making mistakes. I appreciate those comments, likes, and follows very, very much. Thank you for watching Wagers Talk TV. Visit my homepage, www.buzz.tc, or visit the website, wagertalk.com. And have yourself a kick-ass weekend. Cheers. I appreciate you. And stay tuned right here on this channel for more quality video content.